AT&T connects and ode to podcasts.
Connect the alarm, change the podcast you stream. Connect the snooze, 10 more minutes to dream. Connect the shower, lather up with the news, sports talk, comedians, or movie reviews. Connect with that 3-hour philosophy show. Change the drive into work and traffic so slow. Connect the dishes to voices that glow. Thank you to the geniuses of spoken audio.
Connect the stories, change your perspective. Connecting changes everything. AT&T.
Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss show. It's gonna probably be a random talk, cause there's multiple things I can honestly talk about, and I honestly tried to sit down and think of just one particular topic to talk about, but I'm like, nah, there's too many things, small things I can talk about that I know that can last me 15 minutes, or I could just talk about one particular thing and then just freestyle this whole podcast episode. It's crazy how I can do that. I was talking about that earlier, and I was like, bro, I can, if somebody put something in front of me, I can talk about it for a little bit. So that's what I'm pretty much doing this episode. So to begin the episode off and just seeing how it transitions, Kanye running for president in this year. It doesn't surprise me. I mean, and it's possible. After seeing that Trump can get elected and can get put into office, it doesn't surprise me if Kanye, if he has a good run and stuff. That's the thing though, where it's he must know some secret stuff about politics. I don't know. Because he was hanging out with Trump, so he most likely got some information out of him, studied some stuff. I mean, it's easy to study any of those things, but I don't know. With Trump definitely ain't fit to be no president. But Kanye, on the other hand, it's no disrespect to Kanye. Love his shoes, love his music. If he did movies, I would most likely love that too. But I don't know. We already kind of had I wouldn't necessarily call Kanye a reality star, but we kind of had somebody that wasn't really into politics in the office. We don't need more outsiders. It's no disrespect to him, but maybe if there was a political person that was like Kanye, then I would probably then it would be okay. But I'm I don't know. Kanye is president. It's something that I just don't, I don't know. I feel like we don't need that. We don't need that. And there's no, like I said, no disrespect to him, but I'm just I don't know. We need somebody that's more politically fit to be president and stuff. But Trump definitely ain't politically fit to be a president. He wasn't from the start. That's what I'm I don't understand. That's something that's still questioned to this day. I'm how does America allow something like this? And I know there's going to probably be people that defend Trump and got nothing but nice things to say about Trump. I'm not going to say that Trump is then again, no, he is. He is a bad person, so there's no way escaping out of that. So, but I don't know. Maybe with his family, maybe with his kids or something, he's a good person. But for the most part, I'm I don't know. He doesn't come off. He doesn't even come off as a family person. I don't know, not to sound disrespectful or anything. It's he comes off as a person where it's he doesn't care. He doesn't care about anybody besides himself. Let me turn my TV off because it's being all distracting and stuff. But anyways, Trump, he's just I don't know how people support that man. I almost got into it with one of my friends. I think it was talking about Trump. I think overall the discussion was Trump, and she was trying to defend him, and I'm bruh, look, I understand you have your support and love for Trump, but I'm I don't, and I'm and I'm not trying to overall lose any friends behind it. Can we agree to disagree? You go your way, I go my way, but at the end of the day, if we see each other in Target, I'm buying some Red Bull. I know she does she has one kid or two kids? I think she has one kid. But yeah, you off up in there buying, some actual adult stuff, like you getting like you're getting like diapers, you know, you're not adult I said that all wrong. Hold on, let me restart what I was trying to say. Like, she's out doing adult things and I'm still, you know, being a kid, like, but it's, yeah, you know, I'm like, I was like, I'm not trying to get into it with anybody. I'm like, I'm done with the arguing stuff. I don't like arguing with people on the internet anymore. It's just too time consuming. Like, you sitting there waiting for their comments so you can reply, and then they back and forth. I'm like, bruh, I ain't got the time for that no more. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to focus on myself and focus on my career goals and all that stuff. So hopefully one day I can run for president. Bruh, just imagine TMossBoss for president. I want to know how many people. I already know there's going to be one particular guy that's going to most likely be listening to this that feels like he has to put an input on everything that I say. I know for a fact he wouldn't vote for me. He'll probably say some things like, oh, just to make sure I definitely disagree with Tyler, I actually would vote for him. I'm like, bro, you are confused. Like, I don't understand, like, how. That's just another thing where I'm like, okay, to talk a little bit on that. The whole, like, harassing somebody or stalking somebody on social media, that's just weird. Like, I know, like, when they overall talk about how their ex does that, I'm like, bruh, that's just, I've had friends that tried to get me involved in that stuff, like, seeing what their ex is posting or talking about, and I'm like, I don't want to be bothered. That's why I'm like, it's friends like that, you know, I'm like, bruh, like, keep that over there. Like, I don't want to associate with that. I don't want to deal with that. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm like, I don't want to get involved. I don't. I'm like, man, I remember it was me and one of my friends, we were hanging out and we got to talking about another friend. I was like, I just hurry up and change the subject. I was all like, because I seen, like, the couple that we were talking about, I seen, like, that they were, because we all went to the same school. And, and I think, because they both had a kid, and then they had, like, a falling out, and they, I guess, I don't know. I seen they commented on each other's posts the other day, or one of them commented on the other one's post the other day, and it seemed like they were chill, but I don't know. Maybe things is different now, but, yeah, I was hanging out with one of my friends one day, and, they brought them up, and I was all like, nope. Let's talk about Call of Duty. Let's talk about something. I played that for the first time in a while today. Call of Duty, that game is wild now. I was playing the new mode that they have on there where you're going up against like 200 people. It was taking forever to put me in the game, and I'm like, bruh, that's the stuff that I just don't understand about a highly active game, especially Call of Duty. You mean to tell me that it took me, like, it did take me a while to find a game, and I'm like, bruh, it was probably like 2 to 3 minutes. That stuff should be instant. It shouldn't take minutes to find me a game. Like, that stuff needs to be not minutes, but instant, alright? The other word. But, anyways, yeah, I played that today, and I was like, bruh, that's wild. And it's like, and that's how it is. It's, so it's like you and 3 other people. So you're a 4-person team. You're going up against, like, 196 people, I guess. So, but it's in 200 man or woman dang, the fireworks. I'm like, bruh, it's like, I should know. I should have known that these fireworks, they're gonna be definitely going wild tonight. I was like, man, people are talking about how, like, well, mainly black people are talking about how they're not gonna celebrate the 4th of July, and I'm like, bro, can I at least get a fireworks show? Like, dang. Like, at least that, like, I'm not celebrating the meaning of 4th of July. I'm celebrating, I just like shooting off fireworks, or I just like the sight of fireworks going off. Like, I don't care about all that extra stuff. Like, I already know the history, so I ain't got, like, that's the thing. I'm like, because I know if I had posted on social media saying that we could have at least had a fireworks show, I know somebody would have commented saying, like, oh, so you support the 4th of July? I'm like, I'm not saying I support the 4th of July. I just like the reasoning of people shooting off, or not the reasoning, but I just like the fact people are shooting off fireworks. I like a good show, alright? So, but yeah, people, I'm like, you can't post or say anything on social media anymore. You know, you just gotta post stuff that's happened to you. Like, oh, I tripped and fell today. And there'll be somebody that'll argue with that. Like, why did you trip and fall? You don't know how to stand up? And I'm like, well, sorry, I guess, yeah, I just won't trip and fall anymore. Like, I'm telling you, it's like people just want to always, like, sit and argue. I'm like, bruh, ain't got the time. I'm sorry. But anyways, enough about that. Enough about arguing. Let's talk about something else. I can't even think of anything else to really talk about. And I'm trying to get to like 15 minutes and stuff. So okay, Kanye, I'm on Twitter right now. Okay, so Kanye, he announced that he's running for president. Empire State Building. What's talking about that Empire State Building? Oh, they having a firework? Man, that's messed up. That is messed up. I mean, they should have a firework, because I remember in the beginning of the year when the Space Needle was supposed to have a fireworks show, but I guess because of like bad weather or something, they canceled it. And I'm like, bro, they should have that. They should do something like that where it's a fireworks show there. I'm like, bro, have something, you know. But I guess they're all like, because of COVID-19, they're like, nah, we want people to stay home. Because yeah, I guess I can see why people won't be, or there shouldn't be no fireworks show yet, because people, they're about not like no 4th of July stuff. Like, nah, people, they just don't know how to overall act in the middle of a pandemic. Like, even then, there's probably still people over in New York and stuff still trying to get them a good show. And I'm like, bruh, there's a whole virus going on that is harming and killing people. People are dying because of this virus. Like, we should not be out and about or doing anything. And I'm like, bruh, I'm telling you, like, at first, and I think I did mention this, like, at first, I wasn't treating the coronavirus, like, as a serious thing. Like, I didn't really care about it. I was just all like, all right, whatever, you know, virus out here harming people. I remember I went to the Nike store. They was, like, sending us home early. I went over to the Nike store, and it was one of my friends that was in there. She was taking it serious when it was all came out, and I was all like, man, I ain't tripping about that virus. That virus ain't nothing. I'm like, man, I ain't seen worse. Like, you know, I'm like, I haven't been through worse, but I'm like, that ain't real. That virus is not real, but it's real. It's definitely real, and that's why I was all like, all right, so, because there's this one YouTuber I watched. And I couldn't even watch his video because I was like, bro, that's frightening. That is seriously frightening. Like, I honestly was like feeling a certain way watching his video, but he was talking about how he had it, and he was just saying it was the worst for him. So that's why I'm like, bruh, I'm definitely, you know, being cautious of where I go and things. Like, I've mainly, honestly, only places I've really been going to is this grocery store, few grocery stores. I've been to the mall maybe 2-3 times, because they just opened up the one mall, and this corner store that I go to across down the street from my high school. That's about it. Because I'm like, bro, I'm kind of I didn't go to downtown Seattle yet. I know there was like with all the protesting and all that stuff. I wanted to go down there and record like the riots a little bit. You know, I wanted to record that, and then, you know, just kind of talk about that and, you know, that environment, because I was like, bruh, them riots at the beginning of all of this stuff that's happening with the protesting and things, bruh, that was, especially in Seattle. I think if you live outside Seattle, I'm positive that you heard about the riots and all that stuff in Seattle. Like, there's a friend of mine's. It's funny how we became friends. Because I befriended her sister. Her sister used to work with me. And I remember her sister told me that she's a photographer. And that's like, honestly though, like good quality photography and stuff. Like, that's something where I'm like, it's hard to come by and things. So she was telling me about how her sister is a photographer. And I remember I was like, bruh, like, it's like one of those things where it's like you see, because I seen her photography and I'm like, bruh, like, that's that type of stuff where it's like you need to like be there to see it. Or you need it to be like on a big screen or something. Like, I'm telling you, I'm like, when I get like really rich, like if I get me a big place, I'm hoping that I'm gonna make me like a little movie theater room. I'm seriously gonna plug up my phone and just do a slideshow throughout all her photography. Her photography is pretty good. I'm gonna shout her out. Her name is PWN Ortiz. She does like some really good photography and stuff. Let me make sure I'm correct. Yup, PWN Ortiz. Go if you like some good quality photography, go check her out. She's pretty good and stuff. So, anyways, but yeah, she was out there, and she was like taking pictures and stuff. Yeah, because she's a photographer, and she was taking pictures of everything that was going on out there. Because she was on the same, she knew like the street that I had worked down, so she was on the same street that I had worked on. And there was a cop car on fire. Nordstrom's, they got raided. What else? Yeah, Seattle. I'm telling you, I was the day that all that stuff was going down. Oh my goodness. I've never seen Seattle in that state before. Never throughout the years of me living. I've never seen it where businesses was like getting torn apart. Cop cars was on fire. I was like, bruh. And the crazy thing, I worked like right across the street. Like it was like on the other side of the mall where that mall in front of Nordstrom's. I work on the other side of that mall. So, yeah, I was like, bruh, like, it's wild to think, like, you know, you seen that Nordstrom's one day. Like, last time you seen that Nordstrom's, it was perfectly fine. Then the next time you see it, it's up on TV with dudes, like, standing out in the window part, like, throwing clothes and shoes at people. And I'm like, bruh, if they capture you guys doing that, like, because you guys gotta understand, they got cameras posted all around the city, so if they really want to like go down and do some like deep investigating and figure out where you guys live and all that stuff, like y'all gonna be in some trouble once when they figure that stuff out. So I'm saying like that's why I'm like I would rather go off up in Nordstrom's while it's open, get about like $1,000 and buy whatever I want to get instead of going off up in there and robbing the place. Like and that's why I'm like, I know people, they'll probably have something to say about that, but I'm like, to those that was doing that, you guys was like ruining businesses and all that stuff, and then like gonna go and say some stuff all like, oh, like, because I guess I can understand, like, you guys are mad, you guys are upset. Protest. I'm like, that's it. That's protest. There are so many of my friends that was out protesting, not once did I see them bust out any window or do any other wild stuff. Maybe they did it off camera, but I'm saying there's like people that I know that they were just out there to protest. They were just out there so their voice would be heard, you know? So I'm like, bruh, like all that like busting it. That's why I'm like, and I know people are like, oh, businesses can be rebuilt. But I'm like, yeah, them companies ain't trying to be rebuilding their business every single day because you guys is trying to speak out or do whatever. Like there's so many different platforms and ways that you guys can speak out. Like that's not the way. That's not the way. Create a YouTube channel, create a SoundCloud, go make music, but then trick people and be like, this ain't no song, this is me, you know, like there's other ways of protesting. That's not protesting. I'm sorry, but you out here ruining businesses and stuff. I just cannot call that protesting. Like that's why I remember they said that the Nike store, they wasn't affected because they had Samoan dudes surrounding that whole store. So they was like, go ahead, try to get through a Samoan dude. And I'm telling you right now, I just watched that movie Hobbs and Shaw, and they got to that scene where The Rock, he went back to Samoa. And all of them Samoan, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a problem. You fooling around with some Samoans. That's just to speak on like my love for Samoans, but also my fear of Samoans. I got like quite a few friends that are Samoan. I love my Samoan friends. They're dope. They're cool. I love them. But they can be like, I'm saying, like you don't want to fight them. You don't want to get into it with them. I remember there was this one kid that I went to school with. He's Samoan. His name was Isaiah, and I remember me and him, we had this guitar class, and he told me that somebody took his phone, and I think it was like overall like me cracking, because dude was mad, but I'm all like, nah, let me like crack some jokes and like get him in a better mood and stuff, you know, to help him out and things, because I'm like, yo, bro, what happened? And he told me somebody took his phone. I'm like, oh, well, that's their funeral. He's looking at me and things all like, what you talking about? I'm like, bro, you don't steal no Samoan's phone. I'm like, I don't care if you had the best phone in the market, like that, you just don't steal it. That's a Samoan's phone. That once when that phone's in his possession, that is his phone. I'm like, you don't do stuff like that. I'm saying, like, whoever that person was, they must not know that. I told him, I had him laughing about that. I'm like, whoever took your phone, they must not know that you're Samoan. They must not know that you got about like 10 brothers that'll come to your defense if something goes down. He's just saying, we just off up in the classroom just cracking up, laughing and stuff. But I'm like being dead serious. I'm like, I know you got some brothers, not even brothers, but straight up friends that go to this school. I never forget, there's this one dude, he's like one of the like bigger Samoans. I had like a lot of like small looking Samoan friends. Even this Isaiah, he was big. I ain't gonna lie, like every Samoan friend I ain't had, they've been big, but this guy was like, this Samoan dude that I'm about to talk about, he was like, you don't want to cross him. I would have crossed Isaiah, I would have crossed any of my other Samoan friends, except this one guy. Cause that guy, I'm like, at least I probably would have had like a much more higher percentage with my like, with the other guys. But with him, 0%. 0%. I'm gonna just have to run. But there's a day I remember I was walking home from school. And I'm like, whoever they were looking for, I am glad I did not know that person. But anyways, I'm walking home from school. And all of a sudden, I just see this car just pull up on the side of me. So I look over, and it's a Samoan dude. Me and him, we were cool. I remember we were cool for a little bit in middle school, but I don't think he had remembered me. So anyways, I guess like in a way, like I don't know, I didn't really change like from middle school to high school and stuff. Like I still looked the same. Like I just think maybe I got like slightly taller or something like that. Clothes might have been a tad bit different, but I had still looked the same. But anyways, I'm walking. He pulls up on the side of me and he's like, "Hey, have you seen such and such?" And I'm like, I didn't know who such and such was, but I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm so glad I did not know who that guy was. I don't remember their name, so that's why I'm calling him such and such. But he was, he goes on to say, he's like, "You sure?" He was like, "I could have sworn I seen him walking up and down this street, and you might have talked to him a couple of times." I'm like, "Bro, I do not know who that person is. I'm telling you that right now. Don't know, and I don't want to know. And if I did, I would tell that person, do not befriend me. Don't call me your friend. None of that. We are through. You got two Samoans questioning me." I'm like, bro, this is worse than being questioned by some cops. Like, dang. I mean, what? No. I honestly, because if they had gotten out of that car, I already knew my getaway plan. There's this house behind me. All I would have had to do was hop a fence, and then I just ran through every fence, house, all of that. If I had to hide out, I would have hid underneath a trampoline, and I wouldn't have left until it got dark out, and then just hurry up and just ran home. But I'm like, bro, I'm not. I would cut through bushes. I would camouflage myself. I would be, if I got to fly, I will fly, because I'm like, bruh, I ain't trying to be. I'm not trying to. It was two of them. It was two big Samoan dudes. I'm like, bro, I know I'm not going to win this fight. I am a scrawny, like skinny, black guy. I'm like, that's not gonna work. I'm like, maybe if we were the same size, then I can potentially put up a fight. But you gotta remember, there's two of them. So that, yeah, I'm maybe like I could take out like half. But I honestly, if I had to sit down and think about it, I probably would have just had to. If I had to sit there and fight those guys, I just jumped on one's back. I'm like, and then at that point, I'm like, whatever happens after that happens, because I'm like, bro, that's the only fight that I can honestly do. Jump on his back, put him in the chokehold, hope for the best, like just pretty much gambling at that point. But anyways, he drove off, stopped questioning me. I'm telling you, like the fear that ran through. I never told him that. I should tell him that, because we still follow each other on social media and stuff. So I'm like, I should tell him that. I'm like, bro, there was a time in high school where you scared the life out of me. Like, I honestly was fearing for my life. It was you, and I think it was your brother, that pulled up on me and started questioning me or asking me about a person that I'm like, I was thanking God I did not know. But yeah, you put some legitimate fear in my eyes that day. I'm like, bro, I don't even know what happened. I don't even know who this person is. I'm like, and to whoever that person was, I'm like, man, don't you go and take another road home. I'm like, don't walk down this street no more, because that is, you got people out here fearing for them lives that they didn't know. If that, honestly, I think and I know people probably ask, like, well, what would you do if you did know him and things? I would honestly be helping that guy. I'd be like, no, I don't, I still would have just been like, nah, I don't know him. But I told him, I'd be like, bro, you gonna have to take another street home, because you can't walk with me. You can't walk down that street no more. And I'm saying, like, that street is off limits. Like, you got Samoan dudes looking after you. So I'm saying you better have that hoverboard from Back to the Future too, and you better be flying down the roads with that, because I'm saying, like, you gonna mess around, you gonna get hurt fooling around with some Samoan people. But Samoan people, they chill though. Samoan people are pretty chill. That's why I'm like, every Samoan friend I had, I've never seen them get angry with me. They've always been chill. Like, Samoan people, they've been chill. I don't know, I just think we, like, in a way, like, I'm small and all, but I'm like, I can, like, relate. Well, not relate, but I'm like, I can, like, it's just good chemistry between Samoan people and black people. So that's why I'm like, yeah, to any of my Samoan followers, I should have posted that on YouTube, just randomly, or Twitter or whatever. Like, to any of my Samoan followers, just know, y'all are so, how many, I'm gonna see if I got any, like, followers in Samoa. Let me see real quick, because I'm going on YouTube right now. Probably I do, but I don't know. I do not know. Let's see here. Bro, I got like barely a percentage of females watching my videos. Bro, what's up with that? Dang. I'm like, ladies, y'all like, I'm watchable. Like, y'all can watch me, but dang, how do I get to the countries again? I forgot how to get to the countries. Oh, here we go. Top countries. Okay. Let's see, Samoa. Dang, no views in Samoa? Nah, it has to be. Alright, let's do like lifetime. I know I got some views in Samoa. Bro, no views in Samoa? What's happening? Oh, I got that. That has to be fixed. Nah, that ain't normal. That is not normal. I know I got some fans in Samoa that's watching, or from Samoa. They might be from Samoa, but they might be in different countries and stuff. Cause I'm like, bro, that's nah. I don't believe that. I know I got some Samoan supporters and stuff, bro. I gotta like get more into the Samoan culture, the country and things, and you know, show them. I'm like, hey, I'm watchable. Dang, like that's messed up, man. Dang. I thought I had some. I ain't showed y'all so much love and support in this segment of the episode, and this how you guys do me. I ain't did nothing to you guys, but nah, it's cool though. I ain't tripping about it, but. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. Yeah, and if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. And if you're purchasing tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. And that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.